bronze for super silver. So, and this isn't the last month or so of training and practicing that got me to where I am now. So usually I play on a stick, but for the sake of adding my voice to this, I'm playing on a pad, so excuse me for any misinputs. So there were a few things that I focused on and trained on to get me from bronze to silver. So the first thing was I needed basically one combo, and that combo's gotten me as far as I am today. And for Akuma, it's just standing medium or crouching medium punch, standing medium kick into light touch, into excuse me while I figure out my buttons on the controller. So doing that again is that one combo is what got me to silver. The reason for that is, one, I can do it off a cross up medium kick. I can even do it off a cross up light kick if I hit it deep enough. Anyway, so it also has a really easy follow up, which is after you've done heavy katsu, dash in, crouching medium punch. So that'll hit meaty on regular wake up. So and you can react afterwards if they don't do a regular get up to hit them with the crouching heavy punch on a delayed wake up. Alright, so after figuring out that one combo, the next thing I learned to do was anti-air. Now, I've watched a lot of streams of a lot of people in bronze and low silvers, and they don't quite know how to use training mode properly. This is something I've learned through well, watching Gutex and watching the videos he puts out on training, and also just fiddling around myself. So the first thing that we want to do is, from here, go over to the dummy settings. Alright, usually if you're just practicing combos, you want to set it to after first attack, turn stun off, and set recovery to normal recovery. This way the opponent will get up as quick as possible, so you can continue doing your combo over and over and over and over and over again. The best thing to do is just focus on repetition and try and get it at least 10 times in a row. And once you've got it 10 times in a row, do it on the other side. Alright, so that's just the basics of practicing for combos. The other thing I guess you could practice with combos is hit confirms. Alright, so hit confirms are making sure that you only do the full combo if it hits. So set the dummy to block on random, so see how sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. So set the dummy to block on random, and then practice your jump-ins, which... Alright, so what you're practicing here is trying to recognize when you do that jump-in attack, if he blocks or not. And if he does block, you do a block string. If he doesn't block, you continue forwards with the real combo. Like that. Alright, so that's pretty simple. Alright, so that's just your basics of practicing your combos. If you can get that down so you can do that same combo every time, you're good to go. Alright, the most important thing for you to practice, which I'm about to show you how to set up, is anti-airs. If you can just block and wait for the opponent to jump in and hit out their anti-air, or hit them out of the air with your anti-air every time, you'll be well on your way to silver. So what you want to do for that is, up in the status, set that to playback recording. Alright, in here, what you can do is you can set the opponent you've got set up to do anything you want. So we can send to walk backwards and forwards, jump, attack, get open, anything. So I've just recorded 5 seconds of play, and what I can do is I can go back in, set it on, and now he's going to do exactly what I was just doing before. So there's no point having him set up like he was then. That's kind of just random play. So what we're going to do is we're going to set him to do a few actions. The first one is just jump in heavy punch. Alright, with a little bit of a follow-up. Cool. So what you want to do is you want to go record that, go to action playback settings, make sure you have that recording slot turned on, and then the ray is going to constantly jump at you. What you have to do is practice your anti-air. So for Kuma, I'm doing the back heavy punch. Alright, it's simple, and just keep doing that until you can get it every time. Alright? Like that. So you could practice doing dragon punches as well. Making sure you're getting those out, and just do this until you're 100% comfortable with this setup. Alright? So once you've got comfortable and you're able to do that, what you need to be able to do is do it on reaction. So you're expecting this jump in to happen right now. That's exactly what you're looking for. So you need to set it up so you're still looking for it, but you're not sure it's going to come. So that's when we set up another recording action. Okay, so here we need to set up recording action 2. What we're going to do is we're going to use this one as kind of pretend footsies. Like if you watch the pro players like Daigo, Takedo, all those guys, whenever they're in the neutral, they're kind of walking backwards and forwards in small steps. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're just going to walk backwards and forwards for a little bit. We don't want that punch, that was a mistake. So walk backwards and forwards for a little bit. Chucking in a few ducks in there as well to kind of emulate as if they're looking to throw a Hadouken. Alright, so now we can turn that on. Alright, so now it's going to be walking backwards and forwards, ducking it every now and then you'll jump in. Alright, so you have to be looking for that anti-air there. Alright, so once again I'm on pad. I usually play on stick, so I apologise for any misinputs. Alright, so once you've got that anti-air coming in, and once you've got it down here where he's walking backwards and forwards, and then eventually jump in, and if you can get that down every time, then we start adding more actions. Alright, so we've got him walking backwards and forwards, he jumps. Yep. Alright, so we've got that down. That's easy enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to start making this more and more like real life, more like a real match. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add another action of just a simple Hadouken. Simple, nothing too much. So we'll turn that on. Right, now we actually have to be aware and block. Okay, so we can't just be watching for that anti-air the whole time. We have to be aware for when he's going to throw that Hadouken and be ready to block it. And also be ready to get out that anti-air at the same time. So walk backwards and forwards. So yeah, and then as soon as he does that jumping, that's when you want to anti-air again. Misinput so due to me being on a pad, and I apologise for that. Alright, so once you've got that down, once you can successfully block the Hadouken and react to his jump-ins, the next thing you want to do is, again, making this more real life, want to add more pokes. We want to add more things that we see the Rays doing. So we'll add in a just a walk forward standing medium kick. Alright, so that's going to mean the Rai is going to constantly be pressuring you. It's going to continually walk forward, poke, and we're going to turn that one on. So got to stay at about this range. Watch out for the poke, watch out for the Hadouken. Alright, and all we're doing is just waiting for him to jump, waiting for that opportunity to anti-air. Okay? So it's walking around. Oh. Just being ready. Waiting for that anti-air. See, and the fact that he's not doing it shows you why this is very good. So it's training reactions. It's making sure you're working on spacing. And making sure you're watching for multiple things. Okay, so once you are comfortable with that, you've got now you've got your jumping, you've got your walking backwards and forwards, you've got a Hadoken, you've got a walk forward, medium kick. We'll add something else in here now, which is going to be a dash forward, medium kick into Hadoken. So that's the right quickly closing space and hitting you with the low. So something else you also have to be looking for. Okay. So again, I'm going to apologize in advance for any troubles doing this. Again, I don't play on a pad. I'm playing on a pad solely for the ability to use the mic. All right, let's do this. There we go. Cool. So now we have our Ryu fully set up, ready to go, ready to help us train our anti-airs. Because this is all this is for, right? This isn't for learning how to play footsies. This isn't for learning how to do anything other than anti-air, right? This is just training you to be ready to watch for it. So then, once you hit the real game, you have a little bit more experience in doing so. Okay? So, it trains you to watch your spacing. It trains you to look for those lows as well when you dashes in. Also to be ready for the anti-air. Alright? If you're feeling confident and you're hitting him out of the air every single time, then maybe add out a few pokes of yourself, a counter hit on the medium kick. So when you chuck that out, maybe chuck out your own button, you know, that type of stuff. All right. So using this, the training for the anti-airs and practicing just one simple combo will make you go a very long way. It got me from where was I? Like 1,300 points to I'm at 2,800 points, and that's in the space of like 2 weeks. I just put some time and effort. I focused on my anti-airs. I got them where I could do them consistently every time, and then as soon as I was able to start doing that in real life matches and online, my rank shot up straight away. So yeah, definitely something to worth practicing. So as I said, you just want one combo, which for Akuma I've got the crouching medium punch into medium kick, light tatsu, heavy tatsu, and also the ability to follow that up with maybe one or two things. So with the heavy tatsu, I follow that up myself with crouching medium punch. All right. So I guess that's basically all I wanted to cover in this. I only made this because of I've watched so many streams, so many videos of bronze and silver players who are trying to get better, and they just don't know what they're trying to do or how to get better. So this is for you guys. I guess there's currently one guy watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask questions. Yeah, so once you've got those things down, which is the combo and the anti-airs, you'll start moving up quickly. Then you've got to start working on your mental game, which is what I'm trying to work on now, which is being able to read the player, anticipate what they're going to do, and react accordingly. So for that, you want to be looking at, firstly, what they're doing on their wake up. So when you knock them down, what are they going to do? Are they going to quick get up? Are they going to quick get up and press a button? Are they going to back tech? Are they going to get up and block? Those are the type of things you want to pay attention to. If you've got someone that's getting up and pressing buttons all the time, that's when you want to hit them with a meaty attack. You want to hit them as they're pressing that button, get that counter hit, get a crush counter, move forward from there. If they're getting up and blocking every time, drop. It makes sense, it seems simple, but in the midst of a fight, it's something you really have to focus on and put time and effort into paying attention to. Because if you can do that, you'll be pretty dominant through your game. You're anti-airing this person, you're paying attention to what they're doing when they wake up. Do they like to EXDP? Do they like to get up and try and throw you as well? These are the things you need to be looking for. Right? Once you've got that down, what you want to be looking for is what they do on your wake up. Do they come in? Do they press buttons? Do they stand in and block? Do they back off? Right? Those are the type of things you want to be looking for. Once you've got a handle on that, you'll know what to do on your wake up. Do they like to try and throw you? You throw tech. Do they like to try and meter you every time? You just block. That's the type of stuff you look for. Once you've got that down, you look at what they do on your jump in. Are you hitting them? Are your jump ins free? If they are, keep jumping in. If they block your jump ins, do a throw. Hit once and then throw. Simple. Well, it seems simple at the time, but again, it's one of those things that are really hard to pick up on as you're playing, and you have to put that time and that effort and that focus and attention into looking for those things. Once you've got that down, it's looking at what do they like to do at certain positions on the screen. So you've got a Ryu who's about this far away. Does he like to throw fireballs? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. If he does, how many fireballs does he like to throw? Is it the 1, 2? Pay attention to that. Because if you have a Ryu that only likes to throw fireballs twice, right? So he might be here, he'll always throw 2 fireballs. If he does, on that first fireball, block, and then jump in and get in with a big jump in combo for the second fireball. That's the type of stuff you want to be looking for. Or you could have someone who, after you've gone in and you've attacked for a little bit and they've blocked everything, and you start to back off, they'll jump at you. They'll jump at you every time. So what you could do is you could go in for attack, back off a little bit early, get your right spacing, they're going to jump, bang, anti-air them. Right? This is the type of stuff you want to be looking for, paying attention to the opponent's tendencies, the opponent's habits. Right? That's once you are starting to do all those type of things, that's when you're starting to hit high-level Street Fighter. That's when you're starting to get into mind games. That's when you're starting to get into what real Street Fighter is, I guess, as opposed to just going in and just going brainless, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Some people can get to a high level with that. They might just have a high standard of brainless play where they can basically just play their game without thinking about the opponent, without paying attention to them. And sure, they might get the gold, they might get the platinum, but that's as far as they'll get, you know. It's the ability to pay attention to what your opponent is doing and reacting and adapting accordingly. So I guess that's about it. This has gone for a little bit longer than I expected, and I went on a few little tangents and rants. So I hope that has been helpful. Again, if you have any questions, queries, concerns, you can either, one person in the chat can send them right now, or put them in the comments below, and I'll answer them in the future. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this has helped, and good luck to everyone and their quest for silver, or further. Alright.